Hello and welcome back to another 3D Hangouts. My name is Noé Ruiz. I'm a designer here at Adafruit. Joining me every week is my brother Pedro. Hello, hello.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Pedro's Creative Tech here at Adafruit, and every week we're here to share 3D printed projects featuring electronics from Adafruit.
That's right. This is the show where we combine 3D printing and DIY electronics to make inspirational projects. Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 224. It is Wednesday, December 6th, 2023. We are hanging out in the Discord chat room during the show live. If you have any questions, any comments, any GIFs, any GIFs, any memes, feel free to post them up in the live broadcast chat channel. The link for the Adafruit Discord server is above in our purple banner, discord.gg/Adafruit. And we'll take a few moments to welcome everybody to the show. We have a fun show today. Cool festive project. We have community makes and a time lapse. All that and more on, you guessed it, 3D Hangouts. Yeah, I have the free thing open. We're not there yet. Giving a shout out to Johnny hanging out. Hello. We're also streaming on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitch, and X, formerly known as Twitter. Giving a shout out to Steve Russell hanging out in the YouTube chat. Hello. Saying hello from Joplin, Missouri. Hello.
Wow. We also got Rosin and squid.jpg in the Discord.
Excellent. Cool. Well, we have a fun project. We are excited to get into it. So I'm going to jump right into the housekeeping in the morning. We have some deals going on that are still active. Go to adafruit.com/free for the details. If you spend more money at Adafruit during checkout, you get these free automatically added to your cart. First up, if your order is $99 or more, you get a free PCB coaster with a golden Adafruit logo. That's this lovely PCB coaster made out of aluminum. If your order is $149 or more, you'll get the PCB coaster plus the Adafruit KB2040. That's that lovely RP2040 based dev board with all the goodies. If your order is $199 or more, you'll get those two things plus free UPS ground shipping for continental US only. That's some lovely shipping. And if your order is $299 or more, you get the free shipping, the KB2040, the aluminum PCB coaster, and a Circuit Playground Express. Again, these get automatically added to your order. No need for coupons, but you can use our coupon. Today, our coupon is YuleLog, and it'll get you 10% off your total order. Again, that's YuleLog, which I didn't know what YuleLog was. I did a Wikipedia search on it the other day, and it turns out it's a European tradition. It's a type of wood. It's a type of log that's great for campfires. Or should I say fireplaces, which is this week's project. It is a miniature fireplace. Pedro has one, and I have one.
Yeah, this
is a proper Adafruit collab project.
Cool.
So this is the Qualia ESP32-S3. You love that board. It's Lamar Lady Ada specifically designed the board to test out these RGB TTL TFT displays. They come in all different weird formats, circular ones last week. These are the bar displays, 820 by 320 resolution.
Oh, I think it's 320 by 820.
320 by 820 because it's weird. It's like a portrait thing.
Yeah.
But like, anywho, Lamar was able to find an ESP32M JPEG library for Arduino, and she was able to port it and tweak it so that it works with MJPEG videos. So MJPEG is the format of these videos, and we have a microSD card breakout board that's soldered to the pins on the Qualia. And so we have an SD card here that's storing several video clips. And it's a capacitive touch display. So if I tap it,
Cool.
We can play through different video clips. We haven't reached the limit yet on like the length of the video, but we're saying somewhere between like 10 seconds to maybe 5 minutes.
I'm thinking it's as big as the file will fit on the SD card you use.
So it's just jugging through it. You'll want to reduce the frame rate, I think somewhere between 10 frames and 12 frames, I think it works. But for these type of projects, like, it's okay. This is the Nightmare Before Christmas. It's like
It
a
looks,
minute long. How long is this?
I think it's 3 minutes long.
3 minutes long, and it
And
plays
it looks
through
pretty
it.
good because of the way the claymation is on it.
Yeah, because it's like a 12 frames
Stop
a
motion.
second.
Yeah.
It's kind of like in animation terms, it's like on twos,
Mhm.
right? So this actually works. This plays pretty well. So the one thing about your video, we're using Convert.io, which is a free website, just to take a 1080p or 1920 by 1080 video. You want to rotate it, crop it, and resize it and then you're using the MJPEG encoder, and it's free to do it. So it'll do it all online for you, the website. So that's how we're able to get our video clips. Pedro's got the Die Hard clip with Bruce Willis in the vent. So that's a cool one. That's Grinch. What else do we
Where
have?
he's hiding in there.
Right, here's Grinch like inside the chimney, which is a cool one.
Unfortunately, we can't share any of these because of copyright.
Yeah,
Obviously,
but
so
you are free to do a screen recording from YouTube or wherever. This is our 3D Hangout intro, which I thought was pretty clever.
Oh, I forgot to grab it.
Right? Yeah, it works pretty well. And you can use the VLC player to kind of preview it, because a lot of the newer like QuickTime player doesn't play MJPEG. Yeah. So MJPEG stands for Motion JPEG.
Obviously,
This is the Die Hard one. Oh, I love that one. So that one's from the Muppets, A Christmas Carol, and that is Rizzo, who falls down the chimney and like lands on this roasting rotisserie turkey, and he kind of starts dancing on that turkey. So thankfully, we're able to find that on YouTube, because although we could like stream it on Hulu on our browser, we aren't able to screen record it because of DRM. So
I was able to. That's how I grabbed all of these. I just screen recorded with QuickTime. Just create a new screen recording.
Huh.
And hopefully that works.
Right.
For me.
I think we were using OBS on a Firefox browser, and we weren't able to do it through the Hulu website. Yeah. But if it's on YouTube, it should.
I mean, worst comes to worst, just bust out your phone. Make sure there's no shit like.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah.
Shining like that. And just record it.
Yeah. But you've probably seen this sort of project before, where folks will 3D print a mobile phone holder in the shape of a fireplace, and then stick their Android phone in there and just have the looping going. But this is like
designed to be. So this actually pops out.
Yeah, that's so cool.
It's its own little case.
Yep. So this comes off. This is a 2-piece thing. You got 2 screws to hold it together. It prints with no supports materials. You actually put it upside down. And the bottom here is hollow. But Pedro did a great job on the case. I did the mantle part, so we both kind of collabed on the different pieces of it. But this is the main body of it. The micro SD card Breakout is mounted to this cover, and it uses 8 wires, which is a lot of wires, but it's because it's speedy. And then you get I have an 8 GB card. Yeah, there you go. And it all snap fits. There's no need for a FPC connector extension. It just plugs directly into the 40-pin connector on the Qualia board. You have these Ninja Flex buttons. I have not printed them yet, but it's a good use of the Ninja Flex TPU filament. Will work well too. I just have to print it, but I'm gonna do that later. USB-C. I have a wall adapter here. Actually, no, I have a battery. This is how I'm powering it. You have a battery too, right? So these battery banks are great. I have a lipstick one. You have also a lipstick one. So all you need is 5 volts, half an amp, I think. And it works really well. So a great little addition to your decor. As you see, we got our little desktop tree. Now we have our desktop fireplace. So
it's in the right way.
That is what we got going on, and it just kind of press fits into the. Is it the right way? Yeah, it's the right way. Just kind of press fits in there.
Got that elephant foot on mine, so I gotta force it in there.
Oh yeah. You still got to get in the right angle, and it should stay in place. It's about yay thick. But yeah, you have access to all the buttons, the USB port, and of course the micro SD card. Yeah. So you've designed a sort of a more modern kind of mantle.
Oh yeah, it's just the first one that came up. I was like, oh, that's easy to design.
Yeah, that's that is a nice simple one. You're using that marble PLA. I'm using a copper silk PLA. Any of the fun PLAs. You can do some wood PLA as well. to get that wood tone.
Yeah.
So that's a demo. Again, it's tap screen change. Tap the screen to change the video clip. So that's really nice. We do have the source code in Arduino. So if you want to update that to a different screen, you can customize the code to do that, or to add different features. Yeah, it's all there for you. So it's all open source. And again, it's using the ESP32 MJPEG library with the Qualia board support for Arduino. So without further ado, Pedro, if you want to walk through the Learn Guide.
Yeah, let's go ahead and jump into that. Let's see, get it full screen.
Yes.
Share my Learn Guide. Here we go. All right, this is a pretty easy one. Pretty easy to put together. The parts, like you were saying, no supports for them. Looking at the overview page here, just a little synopsis of everything we talked about, all the parts. The Breakout board, I don't think we've used this one before. It has
I haven't used it yet. Yeah. Yep.
And then the 40 gigabyte, or I guess just whatever SD card can be formatted to be FAT32, because that's what it's going to look for.
Yep.
And then the prerequisite guide, just the Qualia to get like the bootloader on there. The newer ones should already have it on there, so you shouldn't have to do that extra step. And then going on to the circuit diagram for this. This is labeled with the 8-pin cables that I'm using. These are the exact colors that are on there, and it should go pretty much in order that they are set up on the cables, except I think for the ground and the power here.
Yep.
But the main reason I'm using that is because they were the perfect length. About 100 millimeters is what you need to be able to open up the lid comfortably and be able to go inside there and still have space. And when I'm doing the prototyping for this, it was super helpful to be able to disconnect this, be able to take stuff out, for tolerances, for adjusting things inside. So it's super helpful to be able to detach this. Now, I was going to mount it on the inside, like right next to the board, but then the ribbon cable did get in the way with that. You had to put in additional brackets. So it was like a lot more easier to just have it attached to the lid.
Yeah.
The matching cables you could disconnect and reconnect. And then you put down the connectors for this here.
Yep, just got to match up the main things.
Just match up the colors.
Yeah. So that's good.
Easy.
That's probably the hardest part. Yeah, it's to solder that
matching
together.
these up, like especially if you're doing this for the first time, you see like a CK. Where's that CK on over here?
Yeah, it's
always that weirdness. Like, oh, let me name it Mosi over here, but just MI over on the other board. So it's like,
it's because we run out of board space, I guess, or ran out of label. But Miso and Mosi, that's why it's like me and Mo or C.
I know, but this one's like, okay, data D1, but
it's
there
also
was enough space to put
like
data 2 on this.
No, there wasn't enough space for data 2. Yeah, but anyway,
just put D2 then.
Yep.
But there you go. That all should match up. And then we have a nice little tutorial on converting our videos.
Yes.
Main point being that however you acquire your video, make sure you chop down to the resolution of 320 by 820 for this display. And then the website we're using, I think it's a limit of, I forget how much it was, like 2 minutes, I think, that you get for free, and then you got to pay.
It's 100 megabytes is their limit to upload.
Oh,
and
I kept seeing it as minutes.
No,
like when
100
you
megabytes.
Finally reach it, it's like, oh, you've done 2 minutes, now you got to pay.
Well, you can delete the videos because it stores it, so just delete them.
I tried that. What I ended up doing was just switching it to a different browser, and it worked.
Oh, okay. Well, whatever works. But yeah, the website's easy to use. You just, once you select your local video, you can tell it what format. So there you can see it's got every type of format available. So MJPEG is what we want. That's what the library is looking for. So it's basically just a series of JPEG images that are just stacked, and that's how it's doing it. These are some settings that we found that work well, but you can modify them. The main things is you want to make sure that you're resizing it to 320 by 820 because it's this weird format.
Portrait.
I selected the zoom and crop, but you could also pick like
Add
I think
bars.
add black bars. You can change the frame rate. You can try a different frame rate if you like, but we think 10 to 12 is probably safe. And then you want to do the rotate by 90 degrees counterclockwise. That's important because the orientation, if you do it different, it'll be backwards. And the way we have the case set up, you'll want to have it be that way.
And for some reason, sometimes they do not rotate at all, despite what rotation you set it at. So if that's happening, flip it horizontally. Because I think it's in the code, in the Arduino code, it's telling it how to flip.
Oh, that's weird.
And speaking of that, I think Lamar did all of her encodings just like inside the terminal.
Yeah, you can use FFmpeg. Yep.
So this is
whatever
just for
way you like.
Yeah, I don't know how to use the terminal, so we're doing it this way. But if you know how, I'm sure you can Google how to, like the correct command settings for getting all those to be done inside the terminal. Should be a lot more easier, faster, probably.
Yep.
And then the other main thing, little roadblock that I ran into is just the micro SD card. I only had like the 64 gig one, so ones that there's like a size limit, I guess, to doing the FAT32. So
right.
whatever
I
is
think
in
8 gigabytes or something is the limit.
Sure
we use the SD card formatter app, but you could use something else. I think Windows has something built in, maybe.
Yeah, I'm gonna straight up be honest. This whole project was all done in Windows. I'm a
it's
Mac
hard
user,
to do it
so
on
it was
Mac.
definitely none of this crap worked on
Yep.
Mac.
So
between having the way that that Sonoma bug with the way that it mounts drives to
really?
Yeah, the encodings not being in there, like the AVI encoding that I need to even get it over. Like this was all done in Windows.
Okay. Yeah. So if you're on a Mac, you'll want to research how to erase ._invisible files from the SD card, and basically any invisible files that the Mac and the Finder and Spotlight will create. You want to somehow get rid of them, and the easiest way for us to do it was to use a Windows machine. So yeah, if there's any software developers that want to add some work to it, you can add some logic to maybe ignore these files, but that's just out there,
Yeah,
so
that was the main roadblock you'll run into.
That was one of the roadblocks.
If you're on Mac.
If you're on a Mac, yeah. So just a fair warning, like if that's an issue, you're going to run into it because it will try to read invisible ._ files. Yeah. But otherwise, get your videos, converted, and you drag and drop them onto the videos folder on your SD card, and now you're ready to go.
Yeah, just make sure the folder label the videos all in caps and your extension, because when you get it back from Convert.io, it's going to have a .avi extension attached to it as well.
Yeah,
so just take that out.
That's right. Okay, so we got our SD card and our video set up. Next up, get some CAD files printed up.
Here's all the CAD stuff. So all FDM, PLA. Oh crap! Only one of them is NinjaFlex, the buttons. But it might work with PLA just because of the base.
It's so thin
for the buttons. A little thing that connects them all together is like, I don't know, like 0.5 millimeters, I think. So maybe it should be flexible enough. And then we have download links to the Victorian one, the one that you made, Noah. You can edit that design. You can download all the STLs, or you can just grab the step file in case Fusion wants to switch directories on 400 of your designs, and now you have to.
Yeah, they'll change their public share link whenever. Yep. You want a build volume of about 150 by 150 by 84. So kind of your standard bed size will fit. It's, miniature, so it should fit.
The build volume for that. You can grab the CAD files to add this on to any of your own case designs. So you can, the main thing that I get is the standoffs and the clearance for all of the buttons, the alignments.
Yep. We also added the microSD card breakout. That's up there on GitHub too.
Oh, yeah.
Get that. You can use the sketches in the design if you want to create some with the same display. It's pretty much what it is.
Yep. And then we're just showing how you can swap those out there. Go on to the bootloader. You may or may not need this. Probably if you already have one. You want to add that bootloader on there. That'll take you through the steps for doing all that.
Yep.
Pretty easy.
Yeah, I like to use the online
Web serial, or you
web
can use the
serial.
one that's on CircuitPython.org. That one
Mhm.
works really well too.
Yep.
On Windows.
Yeah. And I've worked on my Mac, so.
This one
But
does
I'm
work on
on.
Mac.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm on
the
older Mac.
tell the difference between this web serial one does work on the Mac and Chrome.
Yes.
Okay, so you go through that. And then,
Yeah, this is like installing Arduino if you want to do
if you want
Arduino.
to do it that way, yeah. And then moving on to prepping the SD card. Kind of already went over that, and then getting your
just
UF2
reiterating
file
it.
on that. If you don't want to compile it, if you want a ready-to-go made image where all you have to do is just create all of the, your drag and drop all of your video files into the directory on the SD card, which, man, makes it so much easier. Which project did we have to switch between CircuitPython and Arduino?
Just some of the GIF players. Some of those GIF players, like it uses the CircuitPython drive.
Yeah.
To store, because it uses the built-in flash memory.
Mm-hmm.
We were going to do that, but Lamar was like, you know what, let's do the external SD card, and that makes it so much easier.
Yeah.
So.
I'm not gonna have fun for the next one we have to do because I think we're gonna know it without the SD card. So yay! This is so much better. Just popping out the SD card, put it in your computer, copying it over, popping it in, and you're done. Instead of doing the whole double click. Oh no, it didn't work. Doing the timing right for it. Doing it again. Oh no, why is it not working? Oh yeah, I'm on a Mac. And then the Arduino source code here too. You can, if you want to use a different display, hopefully you only have to change that and a couple other parameters, which I don't know.
You may have to change more.
I'm sure there's way more.
Yeah.
Simple as
we
that.
have some initializing code in the Qualia guide, so you want to reference that if you want to change the display.
Yeah, and what you are referring to is that every single, that would take me to the Learn guide. Yeah, every single display has its own init code, and they are all labeled here. Excellent job.
Not seeing the window, by the way.
Oh, it only does it to one window? Oh, to one tab? Okay.
Yeah.
They'll all be broken down.
Yeah.
Every single screen size has its own. You can grab that.
Yep. Again, this is if you're comfortable with Arduino and you want to make a change. There's the source.
Do some edits. I want to do some optimizations. Build on some of the optimizations Lamar was working on for this. All right, moving on to actual assembly of the entire circuit. Pretty easy, like we were saying before, using the matching pair 8-pin connectors. Colors definitely made it easier than having to label and remember what color was what. So that definitely makes it easier. We're using M2.5 by 5 millimeter long screws to secure the breakout board to the lid. And then when you're mounting the display, you want to do it at an angle. And then the case for it does, you are able to flex it just a bit so that you can get the the display to press fit in there, because you don't want to crack your display while trying to get it in there. It's always that difficult balance of having like the tolerances tight but loose enough to where it will fit with just a tiny bit of force. If you do find yourself having to push on it, do it on the side panels, not on the middle sort of metal looking part. Do it along where the there's some like sticky tape.
Okay. Yeah, I see that.
Which I don't get how that would work, since this
I think it's leftover. It's weird. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because I was going to say that's not going to stick to anything, since this back part is taller than this.
Yep.
I guess it does. Like if the frame was on the outside, I guess that
right. Yeah.
Which I
haven't tried that yet.
Don't design anything with that. That's all behind the screen to protect it all.
Yeah, because there's an overlay of glass, and the layer for Cap Touch is on there.
Exactly. Yeah. All right. Maybe I'll do that for the globe. All right, the mounting frame, which the Qualia board gets fastened to, that just slides into the back part of the display here. You'll notice that the little tabs on the side that hold on to the lid might get in the way of this. So you just slide it in from the back. Yeah, it just slides right in.
Yeah, I did it at an angle.
Yeah, you can do it at an angle.
An
Oh
angle,
yeah,
the
the other way.
side. Yeah, either way, if it's.
And then just align it where this little cutout is for the ribbon cable. Put that in. Right after that, you'll add your buttons, and then you can same thing with the Qualia board. Just slide that over in while you're holding onto the buttons so that it pushes up right up against it, so it's aligned when you're trying to actuate them. Yeah, everything connects right up like so, and then the snap.
Add your screws.
Lid.
You add your screws to
Add screws.
You line up the mounting holes.
Yep,
I only use 2
holes.
screws. You could use 4 if you want.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
just diagonally, since
screws.
it's not going anywhere. The snaps on the sides push down on the Qualia board, so there's no rattling around in there.
Yeah, it's pretty tight.
That's pretty much it. Good. The frame mantle just press fits inside. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, power it with a battery bank or wall adapter, and you're good to go. Yeah, and it just keeps looping the video over and over again until you tap on to advance to the next one. So that's pretty much it. All right, let's big moment.
Nice little simple demo for that. I think this is the best demo. I think the second place would be like the drawing demo. This is really cool.
Yeah, this is a great use of the display.
Not needing internet connected.
Right.
Because I think that one obviously
the main reason. Demo. Yeah, the main reason why Lamar came up with this dev board is to test these displays, because the ESP32 has that built-in like peripheral for RGB TTL displays. So these displays are really nice, super weird. They got all these weird aspect ratios, shapes. Their shapes are weird, or rather the sizes, I suppose. Okay, so check it out. The guide is live. All the CAD files are live. All the code is live. It's ready to make your own.
Looks like we have a whole discussion about the invisible files that are being created with Windows.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that is definitely a headache when it does that. But I don't know how else it would store the list data and the icons and all that. So there is a reason why. It's just that by default, programs know not to ignore stuff like that. They don't ignore stuff like that.
We all agree.
Yep.
All right. Later, Devin. You had to go. We'll catch you later. Yeah, it's a byproduct of HFS plus being weird. Yeah, that's the kind of standard format for like the hard drives these days on modern Macs and PCs, I suppose, too. But anyway, that's just the way it is. So everybody knows. I think there's dedicated apps too that like remove invisible files, so you can check those out if you really need to. Otherwise, it's good to have both machines, especially if you're dev, which most of us are. Yep. Remember having to do web dev and like having a Windows machine to test Internet Explorer for the websites. But in any manner, cool. It was really fun to work on. Big shout out to Lamar. Big shout out to Liz. Liz helped out on
oh my god, so many people worked on this thing.
Yeah, and the team at ESP, who worked on the initial MJPEG decoding stuff.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting to have this done till like next week or Friday.
No, we all came together and like just cranked away on it. So it was really fun. We got to get it in time for the holiday, like it makes sense.
Oh yeah. This is a nice push for the Qualia boards. That JP had it on a show yesterday. So
it was on
super cool little board.
It was on sale yesterday for $10.
Yeah,
it was half off.
So cool because we keep seeing those ornaments that play the video and all that. That's next. That's coming up next. Nice little circular 2.1-inch display as we slide into what are we prototyping, because it's not done yet, but we can talk about what is next.
Yeah, for sure. Yep. Yeah, I got my Raspberry Pi 5 finally with the what is this? Active cooler.
Yeah.
So I'll make a case for it.
I haven't small it is.
Which one? This guy?
Yeah,
it's small. And it has a heat sink and all that. So
fun.
I'll work on a case for that.
Stuff. The 2.1, that's up next. I'm just going to do the ornament. Same, not same code, but same encoder. You're doing the video playback.
Yep.
that'll be for next week.
My rainbow fire. You ever seen a rainbow fire?
So cool. One tip on the tapping is tap and then slide over, and that should pick it up a lot more easier than just trying to tap, because sometimes your finger doesn't make contact with the capacitive touch part of the screen and doesn't know that you tapped it. But if you're tapping and sliding, that'll get it a lot more better.
Has anyone ever seen this weird movie from the 70s, 80s?
So it's called this. Lamar sent that one over. It's called Santa Claus Conquers the Martians.
Yeah,
it's, I think, public domain.
Yeah, it's
like the
weird.
Story itself, but not like the
music
or something along those. How copyright is always
right. It feels like it was like that's what Futurama got inspired from to do the Robo Santa.
Absolutely, I think so.
One of those obscure Christmas movies
60s,
that Lamar was like, you gotta show that. Like, okay,
like that should be playing at the sci-fi restaurant.
Oh, it's too modern for them. They're more of the 50s, mid-century modern.
Right.
Yeah, but anyway, it's more like a mini theater now with like the whole aesthetic.
Oh, it is. Yeah.
So not just a fireplace.
Yeah, because of how long the videos play, you find yourself just sitting there watching it and don't even realize when it loops.
Yeah.
Way, it's playing back with no sound. That would be cool, huh? I think the coolest ornament I saw so far was the. I think you probably saw it too, since we all see the same stuff on Hallmark. It's like the Darth Vader one where he's carbonating Han Solo. So it's a little figure. He goes down and then he comes up all carbonated with the sound effects and everything.
Oh, that's cool.
So funny. It's like, oh wow, how'd they get the little tiny motor in there? Because it's a little ornament.
That's funny.
So goals for next year:
a
motorized ornament that does some sort of action.
Aha. Don't forget, coupon code if you want to pick up the screen or the board that's still in stock.
It's not 50% off like yesterday, but
but you get the screens,
Yeah. Hopefully you got the board. Now you just need the screen.
Also, the deadlines for shipping stuff, domestic, ground, and international, are listed here in the blog post. I think Monday is probably one of the last days to do the international customers. UPS ground, get it in by 11 a.m. on Tuesday. That's next Tuesday. So yeah, check out those dates. Holidays are almost here. They're here. Yeah. Hanukkah is already here. So
yeah.
So that is the deals. That's the project. I think next up we're gonna do Timelapse Tuesday.
Yeah, let's check out Community Makes for this week. Show this off first, or the video?
Yeah, I'll play the video while you're showing that off. So here we go.
All right, so we got a print in place present. Opens up as soon as you take the top off, and what do we have in here? Oh, it's a little AdaBot
minifig. But you can print your own. Yeah. So this is 2 pieces? Or 3 pieces?
3 pieces. So this is all print in place. The little hinges and all that on there. The lid and then the bow press fits right on top. I think it's a screw-on. I see like threads on there, but the tolerances for mine a little bit too big, so I wasn't able to get it in there. Just forced it in. So that was cool. No glue needed. Just press fit it in. And I think the coolest part is just the way it all opens when you remove the thing. So definitely be like a cool whatever can fit in there. Be nice to have as a surprise. The way it all flips down. I think the ad I keep seeing is where the little butterflies all go everywhere, or the springs or something. That's super cool. I'm using that metallic tri-colored rainbow filament. So there's like 3 colors on there. This is all part of one print. So that's freaking cool. So it's like that gold green glitter on the outside. Well, it doesn't look green there. And then on the inside, it's all purple. And there's like a blue green on this one. And then it fully turned green on by the time we got up to the ribbon. And yeah, this is a freaking awesome print.
Excellent. It's on Cult 3D. It's a free download, by the way.
Yeah.
RWB Designs on Cult 3D. We got a GIF going on here with the nice red and white colors.
Look at that.
Looks really good. Some more. Yep. No support material, I suppose.
Nope, no supports.
Yep.
And Nice. Yeah, it's pretty freaking awesome. It's a cool gift to give just by itself too.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, very cool, very cool. So check it out. It's free download. It's called 3D. We'll have a link in the Discord. Here it is. And how about in the chat? Here it is. I just sent it to all the YouTube, Twitch, and wherever else, Facebook.
Nice.
So check it out. Yeah, it's like a reveal box. Yep. Alrighty. Let's jump into Community Makes. We have 3 this week. First up, we got a cosplay sword. It's the Zelda Breath of the Wild Guardian Sword. This was posted up by Nicholas. They got theirs lit up, looking really nice. It remains one of the most popular cosplay props. This
Nice.
is awesome.
It fits the season, the colors.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. Very nice job. Looks like it's full size. There's remixes and all that too for it too on Thingiverse and beyond. But yeah,
Think
very nice.
what a remix of or an update to this would be. Probably anything since it's using a trinket.
Right. Yeah. So CircuitPython and prop maker.
Definitely gonna have audio and all that cool stuff.
Oh yeah, it doesn't have audio, does it?
Oh man, this is
it's wild. Old. It's kind of old. All right. After that, we have a remix to our heat press insert rig. This is the bearing plate. Looks like they designed it to be a little bit wider for a different what do you call it? Aluminum extrusion, I suppose. So check it out. This was posted up by Saber19, and they got theirs assembled, looking all nice. Very nice. Got their own handle too, maybe? No, I think it's the same handle. Anyway, good stuff. It's open source design, so if you want to make your own, definitely check out the remixes as well. After that, we have a remix of the NeoPixel Arcade kind of hack thing. So this is posted up by Pixtra. Remix the thing for a cheaper button with the LED and the screw mounting option. So it's basically this little piece here that holds a NeoPixel, and that fits like under the button assembly for these arcade buttons. Yeah, so you got cable here and the LED beacon. Anywho, nice remix. Yeah. And that is this week's Community Makes. Thank you, everybody, for submitting your Community Makes, or just posting it up. They don't submit it. I just get an email when people post a make. And that's pretty much all we have for the show. Take a moment on Discord. Squid JPEGs is cool. Love the NeoPixel arcade buttons. Made a ton of them. Oh, nice. Very cool. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, the LED version is cheaper than the non-LED version. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
How funny.
Yeah. It's cheaper with an LED. All right.
I believe that is the whole show.
Yeah, I think we ended a little bit early, but it's because we're catching up on things, and we're kind of slowing down a bit too for holidays coming up. So that's all good. Let's see what else. The discount code SULOG. Support the show. Support your maker habit. For tonight, we have Show and Tell and Ask an Engineer tonight, starting at 7:30 p.m. with Show and Tell. Come on by. You can get an invite link a couple minutes before the show on the Discord server. You can join in and share your projects with Mr. and Mrs. Lady Ada. That'll go on for 30 minutes. And then at 8 p.m. Eastern Time is Ask an Engineer. We got some new products, open source, hardware news, maybe some top secret news, Python news, all the happenings in the open source world of electronics and Adafruit and the community. Thursday is JP's workshop. That's tomorrow on Thursday. Friday is a deep dive with either Scott or Tim, Foamy Guy. 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific. Lady Ada streams on Sundays. And then CircuitPython weekly meetings on Mondays. JP's product pick of the week is on Tuesdays. For all Showtime listings, you can always go to the Discord server and type in !Showtimes. And that will get you a list of all the shows, the live streams. All right. I guess we are ready to sign off, Pedro. Is that fair?
I'm done.
Yeah,
I'm
I need to
tired. It was all hands on deck to finish this one.
Yeah. Thank you, everybody, so much. Big shout outs to everybody who's joined in live and watching on the archive. We'll see you, I think, tonight on Show and Tell. If we don't, until then, remember to make a great day. Bye, folks.